Okay, so before we get into this video, I want to give a shout out to Daniel Smith, or Daniel, I don't know exactly, but he asked for a shout out, and so I'm giving it to him. I will show you the comment. So, this is my last Scary Stories video on my channel. If you'd like to check it out, you could. It's more original. But if you look at the bottom, he said, "I support you, bruh. Can I get a shout out and good job?" So, yes, you get a shout out and good job. So, hope you're happy with your shout out. We're going to do another one today just because that comment inspired me so much. So, we're going to do a longer one because that one was pretty short. Alright, so I was walking down the street one night, walking back from Safeway with my stepsister. She's Puppy Lover PL if you want to check out her channel. She does a lot of cool stuff and takes cool pictures and does drawing videos. So, the other day, I was walking down the street with my sister, and suddenly, there was a man riding by on his bike. He fell over, so we decided to help him up. We're not that bad of people. So we helped him up. Then he grabbed one of us by the arm. It was me. He pulled and threw me to the floor. As my wallet fell out of my pocket, he stole it and ran away. But then when I turned around the corner, he was gone with my pocket on the floor and a note on the ground written in blood. It said, "Thieves, he will pay. Don't worry." And I thought, he does deserve a little bit of that, but not to die. So I go looking around, looking for the psychopath. This guy jumps out of a bush, obviously the man who murdered the man we helped. I met him, and instead of him trying to kill me, he offered to shake my hand. As he offered it, I pulled out my pocket knife and stabbed through his hand. And I pulled it out, and there was no blood. And they looked at me as it started healing, and he still didn't try to hurt me. He walked around the corner and vanished, like any other thing would. But the next night, he showed up in my house and stabbed me through the hand. I was bleeding all over my bed sheets. But then I wake up in a cold sweat as the blood spreading more and more all over my bedsheets, soaking in. And then I fall asleep on the couch later on because I couldn't sleep in my blood. And it wasn't healed. I wrapped a bandage around it, like one of the longer bandages, but so my parents wouldn't see it, and I had my hand in my pocket for the rest of the day. Little did I know I'd see that man once more. Story 2. So, like the first one, this starts at a outside setting, but this time we're walking from a place that's a few more than 3 miles away from our house. It wasn't that hard to get back. It just took us a while. So we were walking in the dark with our flashlights, and a cop pulls by and says, "You shouldn't be out this late. Do you need a ride home?" And we said yes. So we got in, and so he started driving us back because if we said no, he'd probably arrest us. And then suddenly we look at each other, talk for a little bit, look forward, and he's not there. I try to reach forward for the steering wheel, remember, and then I hit the glass with my hand. As the car starts turning out, it straightens itself. When we're looking at each other panicking, and he's hit there again. We thought it was just deja vu, but we both saw the same thing. And then he looks at us with the side of his face that we didn't see. He had a giant scar across his eye. And he said, "Do you know why I got this?" And we shook our heads no. He said it was one of us. And this was the same man I stabbed through the hand in the previous story. Now, I was not comfortable being in the same car as this guy, but he dropped us off, and I ran, and I mean ran, inside and told everyone, and they thought I was crazy, and he showed up later that night. No one else could see who I was talking to besides my stepsister, Mila, aka Puppy Lover PL. Watch her videos. And, she was the only other one who could see him. And we kept telling them he was here. And they didn't believe us. So I pulled my hand out of my pocket all bandaged, and they asked me how it happened. I said, he did it, and pointed at what looked to be nothing. And I looked there, and there was nothing. That's the same night I couldn't sleep. Alright, thank you for watching this sort of two-part story, but it was sort of one story. Yes, shout out to Daniel Smith, or just Daniel, I still can't remember. He inspired me to make this video. Oh yeah, and if you're watching this, Daniel, there's your shout out. So, thank you for watching. Go subscribe to Daniel, and have a great day. Goodbye.